All right, what's up, people of the podcast world? Back with another episode, Sammy and Marissa's husbands, another coffee pod. We got up early just for Tyler to be late, typical, you know. Maybe a short episode for you guys today, but maybe a long one. Kind of depends on how much we get into the weeds about this whole fantasy football stuff. But we'll talk lives of recent as always. Some football, really college football, NFL, fantasy and then jump into random questions, past peeves, Mike's likes. Um, a lot been going on with football recently, but we'll get there when we get there. But first things first, Tyler. Let's hear lives of recent. What's been up,
Nothing, pretty much same old baby. Uh,
baby?
yeah, just trying to navigate being a new parent, which is it's hard, but it's not like hard in the way I would think it would be. It's just tiring. Like there's nothing like hard right now because he just eats, sleeps, poops, but he's never on the schedule that you want him to be on. And
Yeah, I would say this is probably the easiest it's gonna get. Now, given I haven't had a baby or anything, but from, just hearing about what's happening, kind of just sounds like he's barely a thing that just shits and eats.
pretty much like he can only see, like 8 inches in front of his face. We do know he can hear because he passed his hearing test.
So
It's
no
no
blind,
debt,
deaf, mute girl.
no old Helen Yella. Um, yeah, I mean, I've changed more diapers in 2 weeks than I thought was humanly possible. Like I, I don't think they really hammer home how often you'll be changing diapers, which is, and it's every 3 hours or whatever. But then every time you change the diapers, it might be two or three diapers then because they just shit and piss right there on you in your hand. It's he peed on me at the pediatrician. It's interesting. It's really fun, but I wasn't prepared for how much pee and poop. Really.
It is funny that such a little thing produces so much waste.
Yeah, I'm like, how are you even gaining weight? And he did gain weight. I think he got past the part where because they lose weight to start, like they're born,
Uh-huh.
then they lose a little bit of weight. And he did that when he was in the NICU, and so he gained 4 ounces at his first pediatrician appointment. And we have another one this Tuesday, so we'll see if he continued to gain weight, which is what you want when they're this little. But yeah, I mean, he just shits, and it's weird because well, I don't need to get into the different consistencies of the shit based on formula and breast milk. I'll spare everybody the details of that, but you can tell like the poops look different based on like you
Are you gonna start sending jack shit Snapchats?
only to a couple people. I'm gonna send them to Colin because he did that to me with his daughter like immediately after she was born, which was not cool. And then I think Drew did it like once or twice with Reagan. So I'm gonna send a couple to those people specifically. But
I didn't
yeah,
know
I'm
if you
I'm
were gonna
trying to
add
do it
it to the
without getting
rotation.
his without getting his genitalia in the.
Yeah,
I'll just
that's
have to take
tough.
the diaper away.
Just throw an emoji over that sucker. Just an eggplant emoji.
He's not at the emoji stage yet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry for when you hear this in 20 years.
He'll come through and listen to our whole catalog of podcasts and just be disappointed with his father.
Other than that, I mean, we people were very generous and gave us a lot of. You gave us an Uber gift card. Uh, a lot of people gave us DoorDash.
Nice.
We're still using that. We used it. I used it this morning, so I'm waiting on my coffee.
Classic.
I'll be I'll be lazy if it's someone else's money with that.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. That's what we used it for.
Well, yours is already done. I already
Yeah.
used yours.
Yeah, I just figured honestly, like in the hospital, guys probably got tired of like hospital food or going out and leaving the hospital picking stuff up. So I think it might be nice to be able to order some shit.
Yeah, we did honestly didn't even use yours till we got home
Okay. Hey,
because
whatever works. I mean,
people told us at the hospital that they would order DoorDash and then the DoorDashers would leave it outside the hospital and like take a picture like in front of the main entrance and
oh,
leave it
that's
there.
annoying.
I'm like,
But I mean, I guess from a DoorDasher's perspective, like I wouldn't want to like run into the hospital, probably go up an elevator and figure out where the hell I'm going. Because he's probably got, six other deliveries in his bag.
yeah, it just kind of depends on what the tip was like for them, I guess.
That's true. You throw a little tip in there and be like, hey, bring it to my room, then we'll talk.
Yeah, because if you leave it outside, someone's just gonna walk by and take it.
Yeah,
Especially the
probably.
area of town where the hospital is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the greatest area.
Yeah. Well, I will say the boy has some big shoes to fill growing up in the 818.
I don't know.
Hmm. You gonna start measuring them on the wall?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
He's right now 19 inches.
Okay.
The hospital said 20, but that was like one person measuring.
Yeah.
And at the pediatrician, I like held his arms and the pediatrician held his feet.
What was the gender?
Oh, we don't know yet. We're just letting him
No, no,
decide.
no. First of all, we'll talk about that in a second. But I'm talking about the person that measured him.
Woman both times.
Okay, yeah. Mike, I'll
He
let you handle that.
hasn't had a male doctor at all.
Interesting.
One of the people, one of the uh, delivery doctors was they're like on 24-hour shifts. So like the initial doctor was a male, but then his shift ended and the person who was like Marissa's birth, is it called a birth doctor?
Birther, birther.
Birther was a
Like,
woman.
were you the catcher or the umpire?
Um, I wasn't, I was kind of like in between that.
So you were like the batter,
Yeah.
like off to
Yeah.
the side, standing in the box, getting ready to.
Yeah. I mean, I cut the umbilical cord and all that.
I mean, we know you were no danger to the kid because you couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to, if he wants to play baseball, we're going to have to get him a coach. I can't teach him shit. I could teach him how to be decent at first base with a softball. Um, yeah,
Oh,
but I
that's
mean,
funny.
honestly, the I'm not going to get too much into the birth, but that was scary.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Um, yeah, I cut the umbilical cord and they were basically like, "Give me the baby." And I was
I mean,
like,
yeah, they got yeah. And I'm sure that's a scary situation to be in, but yeah, that's what's up, man. It is funny that you did say that you're letting him decide, or you're letting, yes, we talked about the gender, and you're like, oh, we're letting him decide, but then you're already gendering him. So
"Well, that was obviously a joke."
sure, dude, I wouldn't put it past you.
Well,
We're letting they decide.
them, Zen and
Nah,
Zer.
we're letting it. All right, well, anything else been up? Just kind of just baby fathering a baby.
Pretty much that's it. We went to we took him on his first like excursion out of the house and
Hmm.
went to Habitat for Humanity, like the Restore, basically like a Goodwill.
Mhm.
And I bought $4 worth of stuff that could potentially turn into $45 worth of stuff. eBay flip.
That'd be cool.
I need it.
Yeah, 'cause it'd be like that. All right.
Oh, I got a house
Well,
under contract while we were in the hospital.
oh, that's dope.
Yep.
How'd you manage that?
Guy, oh, because it went live Friday, and then we were in the hospital Saturday. Guy messaged me for a showing, did the showing, and then he was like, I want to put in an offer. When can you talk to me? And I was like, I can talk to you at like 4. And he was like, it'd be better if you could talk to me at like 1. And like he already knew like what was going on.
Hmm.
And I was like, you're a fucking cocksucker. But whatever, I need the money.
Yeah, technically you work for him, my man. If you want the money, you better fucking.
No, he was the other agent.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But he's been cool after that. I think he was just kind of stressing because his people wanted to put in an order. Put in an order. What the hell am I talking about? They wanted to put in an offer.
You're thinking about those shitty invoices you make.
Oh yeah, like I'm pretty sure that we've lost like 2 or 3 customers since I've been out. It's at the fish place.
Yeah, because you don't have a assistant to the manager any like you were the assistant to Wes. You don't have that for you, right?
Yeah. Uh, every time I like send them a message about something, they'll message me and be like, "Quit pocket watching," and I'm like,
That's
"Please just
funny.
do the fucking job."
Yeah, it'd be shitty to get fired on your day off.
Well, technically, I don't think they can fire me because I'm on leave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the legality of it works, but I'm sure there's a loophole in there somewhere.
Well, yeah, North Carolina is was actually recently voted, not voted, it like just based on worker conditions and stuff, voted the worst state in the country to work.
Hell yeah, should be.
I'm sure that's based on like wage and like worker protections and all that.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. I just really don't.
I'm just telling you what it said. I mean, I think the only way to know would be to work in every state.
I think that's some Facebook news that you get.
Jesus Christ, I don't get Facebook news. I'm more informed than you are.
Yeah, from social media.
I'm about to I'm about to freak out.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever, dude. Honestly, the stuff I want to say to you can't be on the air. I don't even know if I could say it over a phone on an unrecorded line. I'd have to talk to you in person, the things I'm about to say.
Yeah. I mean, the misinformation comes from somewhere. It doesn't just get, you know, thought of while we're doing the podcast. It usually comes from Tyler's social media news outlets. You meditating? Is that a new technique you've worked on?
I'm trying to be a better person now that I have a son.
Don't let that influence you. Say what you want to say. All right, dude, let's get into actually I'll talk my lives of recent real quick. So of note, September 17th was my 6-year Army-versary. Is that not
Damn.
insane? September 17th, 2019
You
is
were
when I left.
24.
Huh?
You were 24 when you went in.
Yeah.
6 years, when you say 6 years, doesn't sound that long to me, but when I think about what we were doing when we were 24, it does sound long.
Yeah. That's when I got on a plane to go to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, which I had no idea where Missouri actually was. And now
And
I've
now
been
you're
here
back.
3 times. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember because when I went. to MEPS, which is like the doctor's office and where you swear in and you do all that stuff, and you're basically waiting there to go to the airport. And the plan was to go to Fort Benning. Like that's what I had been told. Um, that's where I thought I was going to go for basic training. And then as I'm leaving, I'm getting on the bus to go to the airport, and this lady comes onto the bus and she's like, "Hey, change of plans. All you guys are going to Fort Leonard Wood." And I was like, "Where the fuck is Fort Leonard Wood?" Like, no idea. And then she's like, "Missouri." And I was like, "What? Missouri?" I didn't even know Missouri was an actual place. Honestly, I thought it was a folklore.
I didn't even know that they did. Just because you went there, I just assumed that everybody went to Fort Leonard Wood for basic.
No, it's Fort Leonard Wood, Fort Benning, Fort Jackson. There used to be some in, I think, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Pretty wild.
Where's Fort Jackson at? Is that the one in Savannah,
South Carolina.
South Carolina?
So why I didn't go to there, I have no idea. Um,
They were like, we could
I
send you
was
to
in,
South Carolina, or we could send you all the way to Missouri. They want
yeah,
to take you home.
I was in fucking Raleigh, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Missouri." What is happening?
It's fucked. That right there, that change of plans. I would have got off the bus, dude.
It was too late for that. They already owned me. I had already signed the paper. It was too late. But yeah, 6 years in, man, like it just doesn't feel that long. 6 years is crazy. And thinking about, I don't know whether I'm gonna stay in, get out. I think about that often. Um, if I do get out, I think I need to do it before the 10-year mark, just because if I'm past the 10-year mark, like I might as well stay. But if I do stay in, like, I mean, I'm talking about retiring at 44,
Yeah, that
which
would be
is,
sick.
I mean, given I'm not getting my entire paycheck, but I get 40% of what I'll finish at. You know what I'm saying?
Could be pretty substantial because I'm assuming you'll still get pay raises
Yeah,
until
yeah,
then.
yeah, definitely. So, I mean, like
If
it
you get
could
that
be,
forever,
yeah,
and then you're allowed to just work
yeah. And then whatever disability I get on top of that,
at what, like carpal tunnel or something,
carpal tunnel, I mean, any kind
boom,
of
roasted.
ailment. Honestly though, like I have something going on in my hand and I feel like I have early onset carpal tunnel.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and that would be a big one, honestly, because the way that they do the disability rating is things that you've sustained while being in the military that impact your daily life outside of the military. So like most common stuff is like, back, knees, etc. Um, but like carpal tunnel, like part of your daily life, if you want to get a job, is probably going to be on a computer. And if you can't fucking type on a computer or it hurts to type on a computer, like that impacts your daily life a lot.
I wonder if that's why my grandpa was deaf.
Your grandpa was deaf because he probably never put earplugs in and just like stood next to tanks or artillery or whatever it was.
Yeah,
They have actually stopped. The Army does not give you disability for hearing loss because they provide you with ear protection.
uh, typical.
But really no one uses it. So like everybody loses their hearing.
Do you use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people might think you look goofy a little bit, but like you're two less than 2 feet away from a loud machine gun. Like I'm putting in earplugs. For one, because it's loud and it hurts my ears. For two, because I don't want to be that grandpa that's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, when
That's
you
what I
go
remember
see
when
your
I was a kid.
grandparents, and you like have to like shout at them.
Yeah, like my grandpa had hearing aids in and I can remember him turning them down. Like I know he like just stopped listening.
Yeah. That's funny.
Uh, Rip.
For hip. But yeah, so that's my 6 year Army anniversary. Um, my class is kind of winding down. I finish October 17th. We have our last graded thing coming up this week. It's really just a test. Should be pretty simple. But because of that, I'm kind of running out of things to do. So class is ending earlier and earlier. Basically, I get out at like noon every day. And got to play golf 3 times this week, which is a lot. Playing golf 3 times a week, I think, is a lot. It does get expensive. So I've really only been playing nine, but going to the range a lot, which is pretty cheap. Going to the range is not expensive at all. But Monday and Wednesday, I went to the course that's right on post. It's like Piney Valley Golf Course, and it's okay. It's a Army golf course. It's decently taken care of. It's really easy to play, but right now they're doing maintenance on the temporary greens. So they've closed down the actual greens where you putt, and they've moved them up like probably 20 yards, or depends on the hole because sometimes there's sand traps or whatever. But they moved them up like 20 yards, and they basically just cut the fairway really, really, really short and turned it into a temporary green, but it doesn't hit the same. So like when you putt, there's a lot like of your ball hits like a piece of grass and moves this way and hits a piece of grass and moves this way. So it's kind of shitty. You can't even really putt. So Monday, Wednesday, I golf there, and then Friday, I got off early, and me and Sam went to this golf course about 20 minutes away. It's this little country club in Dixon, Missouri, and you think Waynesville's in the sticks, Dixon is in the freaking sticks. Um, and it was actually really nice. It was relatively cheap, like under $30 to play 9 holes with a cart, which I think is pretty cheap. And it was a small course. It was only 9 hole course, but it was really well taken care of. Like the greens were really nice. Um, it wasn't like there was no, you know, how you go to a golf course sometimes. Well, I guess you might not, but there's like a bunch of like, yeah, whatever. It was nice. It was well taken care of. I won't get too in depth in it, but um, I'm definitely getting better as I've been playing more. I'm still bad, but definitely taking some strides and getting a little bit better. Um, one thing I noticed as I was leaving the golf course, and it's a change in like interests, I guess, but noticeably getting older, is that for one, I'm at the golf course, so I'm playing golf on like a random Tuesday or something. I'm leaving the golf course. I get in my truck and I'm listening to my fantasy football podcast on my way home. And I'm like, damn, am I old?
Yes, you are. You are.
Think about just the drastic difference from 5 years ago.
I don't even remember what I was doing 5 years ago.
What
Oh, I,
wasn't that?
I was still a truck driver.
Yeah.
This
Dude.
is no, I had 5 years ago, I had probably just got laid off
Hmm.
from Old Dominion. Or whoever, whatever company I used to work for, don't sue us, big bad $4 billion company who doesn't care about people.
Yeah, maybe that's why North Carolina is the worst state to work in.
I will say, uh, you work for, there's not a lot of companies anymore. Trucking companies are union, and
Hmm.
the company that I work for was not union. But if I worked for a union company, there is a 0% chance I would have got fired or let go.
Right. I mean,
You
that
know,
makes
people
sense.
people have mixed opinions about union companies, but
No, I could see that. I could see that. But as we're approaching kind of the end of my school, the marathon is also rapidly approaching 36 days. So it is actually happening. I guess I'm going to actually have to do it. I did have like a little bit of a knee thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks. I don't think me and you have talked about it, but I was chasing Kobe around after I took him in the river. So I'm wearing Franks and we're out in like the soccer field, and I kind of like stepped in like a, it's not a hole, but the soccer field wasn't maintained very well, so I kind of stepped in between like a weed, and just kind of felt like something in the back of my knee was bugging me. So I took basically 2 weeks off. Uh, and it feels good now, so all is well. But I'm getting back into it, and I think the recovery, the rest was really nice actually, because I just did two of my fastest runs. I did like a 5 mile test, and I ran it pretty fast, and then I did a 15 mile yesterday, and I ran it under my goal marathon pace. So um, basically, like everything's feeling good, looking good. I'm pretty pumped. Hopefully, I can beat my time from last time. I have my PT test on Friday. Weird thing happened with the PT test. So we had the Army Combat Fitness Test, the ACFT, and I think it had like 6 events. Um, they have changed it from the Army Combat Fitness Test to the Army Fitness Test. And the only thing that uh, changed from the actual events, they took out one event and it was the overhead ball throw. So I don't know how taking out a ball throw changes it from the combat fitness test to just the fitness test. But it's funny because now everybody's referring to it as the combat ball throw. But it was literally just a 10-pound medicine ball and you yeeted it over your head like a I don't know. It's funny. But I think the ball throw is a little soft. They took it out because they say it's not a good measure of explosive power. It's a measure of technique and athleticism. And I'm like, all it takes is a little practice.
That's anything though. Any type of workout is all practice.
Right. So I think them taking it out was soft. I don't agree with them taking it out, but technically I don't have
That's your
to
boy
agree.
taking it out, bro.
Yeah, but that doesn't go with everything that he's been doing.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't want to get on a Libbler rampage.
Yeah, it's fucking before we know it, Tyler's gonna have blue hair.
I got the
Um,
backpack kid.
the backpack,
Book bag.
book
What's the
bag,
difference between a backpack and a book bag?
that would be great for a random question segment. However, I don't know. Um, I don't think anything. I think it's just probably how you say it. What do you say?
I think I say book bag.
I think I, s- I think I say backpack.
That would make sense for us. I no, I there should there I didn't get a sandwich. I just got uh bacon. Thank you.
Taking a pause because Tyler's getting his order of extremely sugary coffee and crispy, non-low sodium bacon. Shout out to Drew.
Easy peasy.
Drew,
This shit pisses
Drew
me off.
gets that it's not full.
Yeah, just fill it up.
Yeah, Drew probably got low sodium bacon, and as he was cooking it in the skillet, probably added salt to it.
6 pounds of butter.
Oh man, I'm so happy that you're just still drinking the sugary coffee. How many calories in that coffee you think? 450?
No, probably like 360.
Just a waste.
Is it a waste if I enjoy it and I stay under my calories for the day?
You won't.
I have them.
All right, dude, let's move on. Let's talk some college football. Um, we'll talk college football and then we'll probably go into a break. I know you probably want to talk Syracuse. I'm not sure if you watched the game, but I think you guys played pretty well against Clemson.
We beat them by 13. I haven't really been keeping up with it, but we're 3-1.
You guys beat Clemson?
By 13, Clemson sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm on the train of Clemson sucks. I just didn't realize you guys won against Clemson yesterday.
Yep.
Um, That's interesting. Uh, I wouldn't have picked you guys to beat Clemson. I wish I knew the spread of that game before it happened because I would bet Clemson was favored because Clemson was at home too.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
Um, but we can talk some Carolina football because I have plenty to rant about in terms of that. So, um, long story short, Carolina got just fucked up again. It was similar to the TCU game. We sucked. Honestly, it feels like we're playing 12 on 10. Like it feels like the offense, or it feels like the other team has one extra person and we have one less person. And that's offense and defense. So basically, when we're on defense, it just feels like there's always someone open. We can't cover them. They're just always open every play, no matter what. And when we're on offense, it seems like every route is double covered. So I don't know what it is, if it's like a scheme thing or if it's just our players don't understand the plays that are in yet, so they're moving slow motion. I really don't get it. Gio, our quarterback from South Alabama, the transfer, he's a major problem. I think Bill's keeping him in because he's like a major recruit and like a big name, and he doesn't want to scare off those people that are transferring. So he's like, I got this major recruit. I need to keep him in the lineup so that all these recruits trust when I tell them they're going to play. But honestly, uh, I think another reason they're keeping him in is because he's supposed to be a dual threat quarterback. I haven't seen him run yet. He hasn't thrown anything downfield all season. It's just little dump offs. And frankly, he looks bad, and the offense is so stagnant. Um, it's frustrating to watch. I'll continue ranting because I know you're eating. So, uh, I've been on the Max Johnson train basically since the first game. So once the first game against TCU, we sucked. Gio got hurt. Max Johnson came in and he led a touchdown drive. And that was at the point of the game when Gio hadn't completed a pass in like 2 hours. And then Max Johnson comes in and all of a sudden he leads this touchdown drive. We were already up huge. TCU probably was in their like prevent defense, so it probably wasn't a good like representation of our offense. However, like leading a touchdown drive, throwing the ball through the air, pushing it downfield. Then Gio went down again yesterday. Max Johnson comes in off the bench. No warm up, no fluidity of the game or anything. Leads a 19 play touchdown drive. The field just seems to open up so much more when he's on the field. And honestly, he has a great story too. So he started Carolina's opener last season, and in that first game, he was playing really well, and then he broke his leg. So he broke his leg. He had this like, whole comeback deal that he had to do. And then he has that story of like he came back, blah, 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 had to fight from the starting position. It kind of seems like the team rallies around him a little bit. I feel like they have confidence in him when I don't feel like they have confidence in Gio. Um, I think it's time. Max Johnson has to start. Now, do I think he's going to be the savior and take us to the promised land? No, I don't think that. I think we still probably, how many games are in college? Like 11 or something like that? 12?
Like 11, 11 or
So
12.
I think I think if we could finish the season 500, it would be a huge win. But with how we're playing right now, that is not going to happen because the ACC is like low key good.
I mean, Syracuse is like that apparently. Apparently when I'm not watching,
Yeah,
they're
maybe
good.
that's the trick. Is just don't wash. I mean, the ACC like um so Florida State is good. They're back. Florida State's back. Georgia Tech, I think, is pretty solid. I don't think they're going to get in the college football playoff or anything, but I think they're pretty solid. Clemson, I think, is better than they probably played yesterday against Syracuse. They had a really close game with, was it LSU? Yeah, LSU at home, and then they had a close game against Georgia Tech. And I think they probably underestimated Syracuse a little bit and came in and were like, all right, let's just get this one out of the way, blah, blah, blah. And then Syracuse beat them. So, um, I don't think Clemson is garbage. I think Syracuse is probably better than people thought. Um, Carolina, like in reality, Miami's good. Miami's like one of the best teams in the country. So, I mean, those are probably four losses right there. I mean, we've already got two losses. So we'll see how it goes. But also, Steve Belichick is going to give me high blood pressure. I fucking hate that guy. I hate the way he looks. I hate how confused he looks on the sideline. He just every time the camera pans to him, he just has this look on his face like I have no idea what's going on. And the plan is for him to succeed Bill. That's why Bill
Yeah,
took the
'cause
job.
wasn't that a big part of like hiring him?
Yeah, that's why Bill took the job basically because they were like, "Hey, like, you do this, we'll ultimately give the program to your son." And I'm
I
just
think
like,
I feel like Carolina's regretting their Belichick decision a little bit, but also it's year one, so
it's year one, he's fucking almost 80. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying like it's been more of a just for me like outside looking in, it's been more of like a sideshow, like with
It's just
Belichick and his girlfriend and
we were down
oh,
13 nothing and she was on the field. I'm like, get this bitch off the field. She's in like over the knee high heel boots. They're like gator skin, probably in Carolina blue colors. And I'm like, somebody, never mind, I'm not going to say that.
careful,
But that's
careful.
what I was
This
that's what I was
climate in
thinking.
this climate in this country.
I know. That's why I couldn't say it, but I was thinking it.
Jesus.
I was thinking
Yeah, I
it. All
don't.
right, let's
I mean, you never see any other coach's girlfriend, spouse on the field.
no, especially not down 13 nothing
Yeah.
to
I mean, if
fucking
you're up 50,
UCF. Yeah, if
yeah,
you're up, sure, bring her on the field, parade her around. Let's let her do the halftime show. But no. All right, let's take a commercial break and then jump into part two. All right, fellas, we're back. Another Actually, it's not another episode. This is another segment. And in this segment, we're gonna continue on the topic of football, and we're really gonna get into fantasy football. So, um, kind of what I think we should do, Tyler, is you should pull up your fantasy football teams. And I don't know how many you got right now, but let's just talk through each of our teams, kind of our outlook, like what percentage have you have anybody played yet? Um, and your overall thoughts on the matchup, and then also really any kind of questions you have about start sit and anything you've decided at this point.
heard that. I have two teams, a regular redraft league and a dynasty league. I'll do the redraft league first, and I'm playing GOAT team. And I really want to beat him because he's 2-0 and I'm 1-1, and he's just yapping, yapping, yapping. So quarterback, we're a super flex league with two regular flexes and no kicker in the defense. So two running backs, three wide receivers, a tight end, two flexes, a super flex, and a defense. I'm starting Jalen Hurts, which kind of like a must start situation for that one. My running backs in both leagues are weak. In this league, I have Alvin Kamara and James Conner. Come on, app.
It's that
Oh
poor
my
people
goodness.
Wi-Fi.
This app kind of sucks. Sleeper.
Yeah, sleeper. I like sleeper.
I like
Um,
it, but it's glitchy. Um,
okay.
so my tight ends are kind of weak. Alvin Kamara, James Conner. My wide receivers are stacked though. I have Jettas and Puka, and then my third wide receiver is kind of hit or miss. I have Jalen Waddle. He played already. He got more than he was projected. He was projected 11.6, got me 14.9, so I was happy with that. Tight end, I got TJ Hawkinson. He's been dog shit all year, fantasy wise, anyway. I got Jalen Warren, the Steelers running back, as my flex, and Cooper Kupp as my other flex. Now, here's where in my super flex, I had JJ McCarthy starting because I have Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson, so like a triple stack. He's hurt, so I picked up Carson Wentz, and I have him starting right now because he's the Vikings backup. But I also have Trevor Lawrence as my other quarterback, and he played really well last week, fantasy wise. But I don't trust him at all. But also, am I going to trust 2018 NFL MVP Carson Wentz?
Yeah, who were the Vikings playing?
The Bengals. So I think it'll be a
Bengals
shootout.
have Bengals have a shit defense and a shit offense now that Burrow's gone. Um, and then
How long is he out for? Is he out for the year?
Burrow, you talking about Burrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 months minimum.
Yes.
So yes. Yeah, no, I said I don't know. I think we were having some technical difficulties for a second. But okay, so basically Carson Wentz is playing the Bengals and you picked him up. Or what was your other quarterback that you were talking about? Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. Who were the Jags playing?
The Texans.
Yeah, the Texans, I like to win that game.
I just think it benefits me more to start Carson Wentz. I mean, if he's throwing anybody, it's Justin Jefferson, and I have him. So it's
And
like
honestly, I think throwing another wrinkle in with Hawkinson because obviously Hawk wasn't getting the ball really at all. So now a new quarterback's coming in. He's gonna probably have to rely on that tight end a little bit because they're the
little
easy
safety net.
target. Right. So maybe it might work out for you. Truthfully, I'd probably start Carson Wentz. I don't really love having Carson Wentz there, but between Lawrence and Wentz, that's probably who I'd roll with. I don't know if there's anybody on waivers that you might look into picking up. Yeah, I doubt Daniel Jones is there anymore.
Oh, Daniel Jones is not there. I'm actually that's insider information. I'll talk to you about that off the air. We got a couple of sneaky listeners on here.
That's true. That's true. But like looking at my waiver wire for quarterback, there, now given I'm not in a super flex, so quarterbacks are probably less sought out after than your league, but there are a lot of viable options. But um, okay, that makes sense.
And then just people I got on my bench that who have potential to maybe put in. Really, the only one who I would think about putting in is Dallas Goddard
Mhm.
over Hawkinson because that's another uh, stack option because I have Hurts.
Yeah, I just don't. It's hard with the Eagles right now because they're just they're winning and they don't have to put any effort in. Like you have AJ, say you have AJ Brown. Obviously, AJ Brown's like a must start, but he's not getting the ball because he doesn't need to get the ball. So I'm like, man, I don't know what to do about those Eagles receivers and things like that. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's fucking fantasy is so frustrating.
I know it. I know it. Well, go ahead and talk your other league.
All right. So right now in that league that I just mentioned, I'm 39% chance to win. I had
Mhm.
Jalen Waddle play and the Bills defense who fucked me. And then Mike has had Dalton Kincaid play.
Who
So
played
there's
pretty
still
well.
plenty of fucking week left. But, you know. And then in this uh dynasty matchup, I'm 43% chance to win. He's had one person play. I've had one person play. He had James Cook, which sucks to play against him.
Yeah.
I had Keon Coleman, who honestly I think is going to
Eesh.
be really good,
Yeah.
but he just doesn't get targets. That's the same thing with that Bills offense. They just fucking they just win easily and spread it around.
Yeah, that first game, Coleman went crazy, and then he
That's
really hasn't gotten targets since then.
that puts you in the fucking loop, like because you can't sit him.
You know,
But I got
it's tough.
it's the same exact lineup uh or
Like super
team.
flex
Yeah. So I have Justin Herbert, who has been good.
MVP.
Saquon, and then my running backs are after Saquon in this league are bad. I have Dylan Sampson as my other one, who's the
Hell yeah.
Cleveland uh, running back, but he's been solid. He's 17 week one and 11 last week. But can you sustain that when you don't really get that many touches?
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Then I also have Justin Jefferson in this league. Nico Collins, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Whoa,
So
easy there.
my receivers are solid in this league.
Uh-huh.
It- in both leagues, really. Brock Bowers is my tight end. Keon Coleman, who played, he got me five. He was projected 11, so kind of fucked me. Quentin Johnson, so I have that stack, and he's been playing good. I think he's kind of moved himself into a must start situation based on the 2 weeks,
Yeah.
at least in my flex. Then I have Mac Jones as my super flex because I had Brock Purdy
Uh-huh.
got hurt, and Mac Jones played good last week, so I'm sure he'll be dog shit because I'm starting him. And then the Eagles defense, just some guys I got on my bench. My my number one pick in the rookie draft was Cam Ward, but I haven't been confident enough to start him yet.
Hmm.
I have Justin Fields. He's hurt, who fucked me last week. Brock Purdy was hurt. And then I'm heavy on tight ends in this league. I have David Njoku, Jonnu Smith, and Mark Andrews all on my bench.
You got to get rid of Mark Andrews.
I'm trying to fucking trade him.
And nobody wants him because he's fucking hot dog water.
And the only guy who I'm thinking about starting is Romeo Dobbs on the
Yeah.
Packers.
Is he in? No, the other guy was hurt. Who's hurt
Jaden
on the
Reed.
Packers? Okay.
And who
Yeah,
Jaden Reed I have in my redraft league.
and I think Kraft is hurt. So that could be some insider information. They talked about Kraft potentially being out. Let me see if he got listed as out. He's questionable, but I don't think he practiced on like Thursday. So I would monitor that big time because if Kraft is out, Reed is out, that really leaves Golden and Dobbs as like really the two guys. I have Golden on a couple of my teams who I'm thinking about, but I'm not sold. It's really going to depend on if Kraft is in or not. But um, also Mac Jones, like they're playing the Cardinals, which I think have a good defense, but they're going to be potentially out like four of their best five defensive backs. So they have a lot of injuries. So I do think Mac Jones could be a decent play. Um, I think truthfully, if you have Christian McCaffrey as your safety net, I could go out there and play quarterback in the NFL because really all you got to do is get him the ball. You know what I mean? Um, so I think just having that guy standing next to you, being like, okay, if all else fails, I'm just going to turn to the right and throw it there, and he'll probably pick up 7 yards. So I think having somebody like that ultimately just quarterback, because even when his last year in Carolina, when Sam Darnold was quarterback and he was just absolute cheeks, he had some pretty good games because we had Christian McCaffrey, you know. So I would feel fairly confident in Mac Jones.
Yeah, I don't have it. The one that is and having this many tight ends. I'm usually tight end heavy, but uh, I none of them are really an option to start over Brock Bowers. And fucking,
No, you got to
I
start Brock.
I want to start Dobbs, but I just don't. I wish I would have put him in instead of Keon Coleman because I
Yeah,
don't. I feel like I have to start Johnson with the stack with Herbert, and then Smith and Jigba, Nico Collins, and Justin Jefferson are all
must
higher
starts.
ceiling than Dobbs. So,
Yeah, I would probably take your losses. If you were going to start him for anybody, it would have had to be Coleman.
or I could start him in my super flex, but that just doesn't seem that seems reckless
Over who, though?
over Mac Jones.
Oh, you can put a quarterback there. Okay, I see. I see.
Yeah, super flex
Yeah.
is
No, I
yeah,
think that wouldn't be smart. I mean, given Mac Jones could go out there and throw 3 interceptions, I
yeah,
think his ceiling is much higher, though.
yeah. And my running backs were better. I have Joe Mixon, but he's on my IR.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I think you're going to have to bite the bullet on the Dobbs thing and just hope that the touchdowns go to uh, Bolden because they're going to come from somewhere. And
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just
that's tough. Um, I'll talk my 2 leagues. So I'm in 2 leagues, which we talked about. The first one I'll talk about is not the one that I'm in with Mike. It's just like kind of a work league, but um, I it's basically 50-50. It's 49% win probability for me. They got like 3 points on me in the projections. I haven't had anybody play, and neither have they. I do have Keon Coleman in that league, but he's on my bench. I didn't start him, thankfully. I picked up
smart.
old I picked up Danny Dimes in this league because I had Burrow. So um, I obviously got rid of Burrow, picked up Danny Dimes, and I'm rolling the dice. I'm all in on Indiana Jones. I got Bijan, I got Derrick
Great nickname.
Henry. Yeah, absolutely. In this league, I got Bijan and Derrick Henry. So running
Who the
backs,
fuck is in your league?
I, I'm heavy. I'm good on running backs. It's a 10 team league, so it's a little light on the draft. Um, but Bijan, Derrick Henry, and then starting at receivers, I have Jamison Williams and George Pickens. I got Laporta as my tight end, who's been very disappointing. Bucky Irving in my flex, Packers
Nice.
defense, and Butker as my kicker. So I did have T. Higgins as a receiver, and he was basically a must start when Burrow was playing. He's been very disappointing. I think I'm gonna bench him this week. And I think I'm starting George Pickens over him. And I think that's going to be all right. The Cowboys are playing Chicago. I think the Cowboys defense is bad. Chicago's defense is bad. So I'm hoping for some kind of shootout, almost like it was with New York last week. And if that's the case, I think Pickens will get enough volume to where he can get me over 10, and hopefully get a touchdown in there. Um, I also have Jamison Williams, which I don't love against the Ravens, but I do think he's like got big play potential. Um, last week he had like 2 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown. So uh, that's not a lot of volume. However, like the explosive play ability is crazy. I have Golden in this league, which they're playing against Cleveland. I do think he has a real good chance to score a touchdown. Um, but I don't know if I can start him. I can't start him over Bucky Irving. That's a no-brainer. And I don't know if I can justify starting him over Pickens or Jamison Williams. Maybe Jamison Williams because I don't think he's going to get the volume, but that would be really rolling the dice on Golden. You know what I'm
And you're
saying?
dead set on not starting T. Higgins.
I'm not dead set on it, but like Jake Browning is coming in. Like Jamar Chase, I think, is still a must start if you got
Yeah.
Jamar. he's still a must start. But T. Higgins, I just feel like there's so much unknown right now that I don't want to gamble when I have some decent viable options to throw in.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a week to start Golden, it would probably be this one just because all the injuries and shit. Also, it depends on if Kraft actually plays.
That's a big factor.
Because Kraft was great last week.
Yeah, I also have Stephon Diggs, which I think Stephon Diggs is locked in for 4 catches and 50 yards, which is respectable.
Yeah,
But
he's got six babies to worry about.
yeah, and one on the way with Cardi. I think I think it's respectable. Diggs can get you between 7 and 9. And I think like but that's not gonna win me the matchup this week. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know who has Diggs in our league. It's kind of crazy how quick
Yeah.
receivers can like be up and down.
Yeah. And then moving on to my other league, which I've changed my team name to Indiana Jones because I picked up Danny Dimes in this league too. And I'm starting him over Jordan Love this week. I think Jordan Love is good. He's going to be a good overall fantasy asset, but I just don't think the ceiling is as high for him this week as Daniel Jones because Jones is playing Tennessee and Tennessee is bad. And Daniel Jones has been playing really good. So hopefully it doesn't turn into the Colts beating the shit out of Tennessee and then them just running the ball. Uh, so we'll see how that goes. But I got Daniel Jones starting. I got McCaffrey. I got Amarion Hampton, which I'm having hurt feelings about. I got Malik Neighbors, Garrett Wilson. I think it's Jawan Johnson. Yeah, Jawan Johnson is my tight end. I got Lad McConkey in my flex. I started the Bills defense, which fucked me as well. And then I got Tyler Loop, the Ravens kicker. So Hampton is my real problem child here. I don't love McConkey in my flex, but I still think he's like a must start. I think you talked about those three on the Chargers being must starts. Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, and McConkey. Uh, but I do have Quentin Johnson in this league as well. So like I could replace him with McConkey. Um, I
Deep
like
ball threat. I mean, Johnson just fucking runs, bro.
he does have a deep ball threat and he definitely has the potential to score a touchdown, but he's not going to get the volume that
Yeah.
McConkey's going to get. Um, and right now I think I'm going to take volume over like this Johnson's stat line, like the best case scenario is probably 4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown, which is great. That would be a good game. But that's like his ceiling, which McConkey could get 12 catches. He just could. So I don't know. So really, I like my receivers. I like starting Garrett Wilson against Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay's defense is good. I'm basically banking on them shutting down the run and them having to throw the ball to Wilson. I think Tyrod apparently, is going to have to lean somewhere, and I'm hoping it's Garrett Wilson. I don't love that they have the backup quarterback in, so I don't know. I'm kind of rolling the dice on that one, but
I think it's got to be Garrett Wilson though as a safety net because the Jets tight ends both like Jeremy Ruckert is basically a blocking tight end, and
yeah.
then Mason Taylor. I mean, I think he's got potential to be pretty good, but he's had like two catches in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean other options I have at receiver are Xavier Worthy, which I think is listed as out still. Golden. I do have Chris Olave. I think that's how you say it from the Saints. I like him. They're playing Seattle.
Ohio
Um,
State guy.
Ohio State guy. I don't trust this the Saints quarterback. I
You not a big
can't
Rattler guy?
I'm not a big rat guy. Um, and then I have Quentin Johnson. So I could start Johnson or Olave over Garrett Wilson, but I don't know. Something's telling me to start Garrett Wilson,
I would
which is
start Garrett
probably
Wilson over those two.
which is probably. I'm going to come back. Quentin Johnson's going to get his 4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And Garrett Wilson is going to have 3 catches for 32 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean the
And it's going to
Jets
piss
will
me off.
find a way to fuck everybody, even non-Jet fans.
Yeah. Yeah. But the real problem I have in my lineup, because I think those 3 options at receiver, like I can live with starting any 3 of them. Hampton, though, he's projected 12.21 points against Denver. I don't think there's a scenario where he gets 12 points. He's played like shit. Um, he got 8 fantasy points his first game, 3.5 in his second game. First game was 15 for 48 yards, 2 catches for 13 yards. Second game was 8 for 24 with 1 catch for 1 yard. So really has been dog shit. How he's still projected 12 points, I'm not sure. My only other option, 2 options, I guess. One, I think is I don't really see how it's an option, but I got Ramondre Stevenson, who had a pretty good game last week. Played like shit the first week against Las Vegas. He had 7 for 15 with 2 catches for 12 yards, excuse me. And then game two against Miami, he had 11 for 54 with 5 catches for 88 yards. So they come in and they're playing Pittsburgh's defense, who has let up a lot of yards and points to other running backs. But I feel like the majority of the running backs that have succeeded against Pittsburgh's defense so far are like the speedy guys.
Yeah, I
Like
mean Wilson,
Brees, like Brees Hall played good against the Steelers, but Braylon Allen did not.
Braylon Allen he hasn't really got too many touches to start the year. Allen did have a touchdown against the Steelers, but it that running back room is interesting because I thought Brees Hall was going to be like taking a step back just because the Jets have kind of acted like they want to trade him, which I
Hmm.
think is grossly incompetent.
Yeah.
But they haven't really been given Allen touches, so I don't really understand
Yeah,
the temperature in the room.
I have Dylan Sampson as well, the running back for the Browns, who's played good. He had 17.3 and then 10.9, but they're playing Green Bay this week. So I don't want to touch that at all because I think Green Bay's defense is really good. Um,
I don't have a choice on that one. My other running back is Trevor Etienne.
yeah, I mean, it's not crazy to not start Hampton and start Ramondre Stevenson, right?
I would probably start Ramondre based on how he played last week. I tried to get Ramondre in our league.
I think I have to. Like, I
For
really wanted to have faith in Hampton, and I think I still do, but I just don't think I can play him right now. Watching and then this week he'll go crazy just because I did that. But yeah, we're gonna roll with Stevenson. It is what it is. But yeah,
sometimes you got
okay.
to do it.
So that's fantasy football. We'll talk results um, next week. Oh, in that league, I am playing Mike as well. So we're both going against the boat team.
I would love to fucking beat him.
All right. So last thing I want to talk about fantasy football is your waiver wire. 1 second. Do you guys have like a waiver order, or do you do like the monetary waiver wire where it's like a bid?
I think this one is a bid. We used to do the order, but I think I'm like 95% sure this is a.
Like where you have to, if you go to pick somebody up, you have to bid like you have, $100 for the week or the season. And you're like, oh, I really want this dude. I'm gonna put $17 on for him.
Yeah, you can. It's a bid system. I'm seeing it right now. That was one of the things we voted on.
I like the bid thing, I think.
Somebody bid $80 on Jake Browning.
Damn, what's the yearly?
I think it's $100.
All right, I'm gonna take my head. Hello.
Hello.
We have a special guest for this next segment, and it is Samantha herself. Say hello, Samantha.
Hello, hello.
All right, so Tyler, I know you missed I think the last couple podcasts, so we're doing a new segment, and it's called Picks with Sam.
Okay.
All right, and so we're gonna go through all the NFL games today and the game for Monday night, and she's gonna pick, and we're gonna put a $1 parlay in, and one day we're gonna hit the
Okay.
jack and get rich.
All
All right,
right.
so we'll just start from the beginning, and then we'll kind of like at each game, you know, we'll kind of put our thoughts in, and then Sam will be
Is it
the
spread
ultimate.
or money line?
It's just straight up money line. Yeah, it's just straight up
All
money
right.
line. So we'll kind of go through each game and be like, okay, this is who we like, and then she's going to be the executive decision on the parlay.
Okay.
All right, so first game, we got the Carolina Panthers going up against the Atlanta Falcons. It is in Carolina. So Carolina has been dog shit. They ended the game against the Cardinals pretty good last week. However, the Cardinals were very hurt and uh, had kind of given up. Um, Atlanta played okay, but they played a shitty Vikings team.
That'll be a terrible game to watch, and I won't watch 1 second of it. But I'm gonna take the Panthers.
Wow. Okay. What do you think?
I'm gonna pick the Falcons.
All right, Falcons it is. All right, and next game is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals against the Minnesota Vikings. It is in Minnesota. The Bengals lost their quarterback, but they have a pretty good backup coming in, who everybody thinks is going to play well. I think the Bengals are a better team.
The
The
Vikings also lost their quarterback.
Vikings also lost their quarterback. I think there's a lot more question marks about the Vikings quarterback.
I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota.
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 All right. And then we got Green Bay Packers on the road against the Cleveland Browns. I think uh, this should be pretty easy. I already know what Sam's going to say. Go ahead and say it.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Um, Next game we have is Houston Texans against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Um, I like the Texans here. I think Jags are good, but I think they're just okay. And I think the Texans are going to have a pretty good game.
Yeah, I'll take the Jags. I mean the Texans.
Okay.
I will also take the Texans.
The Texans, let's go. Okay, hold on. I already selected the next game on accident, but I already know what team she's going to pick anyway, so it doesn't matter. The Colts versus the Titans.
Easy answer, Colts.
Yeah. I like that anyway. I
I'm a
think
big fan of Blue, the mascot on TikTok.
yeah,
He's
Blue
doing
has
Okay, I
it.
was
been
like, why does she like the Colts? That makes sense.
Blue has been going crazy on
And I'm a retired horse girl, obviously.
You never can really retire from being a horse girl.
True.
all right, next game. Raiders versus Commanders. It is in Washington. Um Commanders playing with their backup quarterback too. 'Cause I think what's his name is listed to out. Can't remember who their quarterback is though. Who's their
It,
backup?
Marcus Mariota.
Mariota, yeah. So they're playing with Mariota. Raiders are okay. Um, I don't know. This one's kind of a toss up. So what do you think, Raiders or Commanders?
I don't know why my first thought is just immediately the Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah, she's
All
a big
right.
Ashton GT guy.
Big ass Tim GT.
Oh God.
I don't know him.
All right, next game is the Los Angeles Rams against the Eagles. It is in Philadelphia.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, fly Eagles fly. All right. The Jets. 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 Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's in Tampa Bay. They're favored by 6.5.
Give me my
Tyler, I'm
boys.
sorry.
You're taking your boys?
I need something good.
I mean, what was like their record now? How many times have they won this season?
The Jets?
Yeah.
You guys haven't won yet, right?
0-2, babe.
0-2.
Okay.
The Bucks are 2-0.
I'm gonna have to go with the Buccaneers on this one.
Okay, we're rolling
See,
with the
that's
Bucks.
that's that's her problem. She's using conventional wisdom when you have to use your feelings.
I'm not feeling the Jets.
All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New England Patriots. It's in New England. I am partial because I started Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots. So I'm hoping that he plays good against a shitty Steelers defense. Steelers are favored by one. I think there's kind of a toss up too.
The Steelers can suck my butt.
That would be a sight to see.
I'll take the Patriots.
I'm leaning towards the Patriots as well.
Let's go. Let's go. I like that pick. Then we're going into the Denver Broncos against the Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be a tough pick for Sam because she
I'm
likes the Broncos,
struggling.
but she also likes the Chargers.
Mm.
Chargers, I think, are over. Well, they're both good teams. The Broncos are surprisingly good. It's in Los Angeles. Um, she's a big Herbert fan.
Oh, shock.
Slut.
Who's Herbert?
She likes the pretty blonde boy.
He's like the guy that's dating Madison Beer.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Um, but she also likes the Broncos. I think this is kind of a toss-up. Uh, I could see it going either way. If I had to
I
pick
need
right now, okay.
I need the Chargers because I got the Herbert Johnson stack, but for some reason the ghost of Zach Wilson is telling me to pick the Broncos.
Yeah, no, I think if I had to pick right here, I'd probably take the Broncos. I think the Chargers need to be humbled a little bit, and I'm not starting Hampton or Johnston, so I'm kind of secretly hoping for the Broncos. But we'll give the veto power to Samantha.
I feel like I have to go with the Chargers because I have the Chargers jersey.
All right, you better wear it.
I will.
What she got, a
Okay,
LT jersey?
yeah, it's one from when I was like 12 or something.
Powder blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, all right, next game is New Orleans Saints versus Seattle Seahawks. It's in Seattle. I'm partial to the Saints because I have Jawan Johnson, but I don't think he's going to impact any kind of winning for them. Truthfully, I hope they get the shit beat at them so they have to throw the ball every play. But
Uh, Give me my boy Darnold.
okay, what do you think? Seahawks or Saints?
So you said Seahawks, Tyler. Who did you pick?
He picked Seahawks too.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna go with Seahawks because UNCW alumni go Seahawks.
All right, I like it.
Makes sense.
So this game is an interesting one. It is the Arizona Cardinals versus the 49ers. Um, both have some injury issues. The 49ers they're out their quarterback, but I think they have a pretty good backup. The Cardinals are out a lot on defense, um, but their offense is still intact. So this is kind of a toss-up too. It's in San Francisco. Secretly, I kind of hope the 49ers because I have McCaffrey, but I could totally see a world where the Cardinals win this game.
Give me top 10 MLB draft pick of the Oakland Athletics, Kyler Murray.
Interesting. So Tyler's going Cardinals. What do you think?
You say Cardinals and I just think of baseball every time of St. Louis and I just feel like it doesn't sit right with me. So I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers.
All right, rolling with San Fran.
That is funny
Um,
because I told Marissa that the Jets were playing the Bucks today, and then she was like, Milwaukee?
Interesting.
Yeah.
The female brain.
Yeah.
I just got slapped in the back of the head, just for the listeners.
I hope y'all heard the snack.
Um, Dallas Cowboys versus Chicago Bears. I think, you know, on paper, the Cowboys should blow them out. The Bears, it's in Chicago, but the Cowboys just they try to lose every game. I don't know what it is.
You know what? Give me Caleb.
Really? Okay,
Give
I
me
got George
Caleb.
Pickens. I got George Pickens and I'm starting him, so I'm gonna go Dallas. But truthfully, I wouldn't even be mad with that because if the Bears are up, the Cowboys are gonna have to throw the ball, and that's what I need them to do. But what do you think? Cowboys versus Bears?
Honestly, I don't like either one of them. Um, Neither one are sitting right with me at this time, but I'm gonna say the Bears to dare to be different.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Okay, all
Less
right.
than a
Well,
minute.
this oh shit. All right. Uh let's finish it out quick. We got two more games. Kansas City Chiefs, Giants.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Okay. Detroit Lions, Baltimore Ravens. This is a toss-up. Ravens are favored by 4.5 at home.
I'm saying Lions.
Lions, let's go. Okay. Let's get it to the
Bye.
bet slip. Here, we'll end this one and we'll get in part three for the reveal of the parlay. All right, friends, we're back. So going over the bet slip. So I got the parlay in. I'm risking $1 to win $2,149. I
Split it.
can't hear you. I think you cut out for a second.
If I send you 50 cents, do we split it?
We're not gonna win, but we might. If
You
you
still
send me
If I say,
50 cents, if you send me 50 cents right now before the game start, then yes.
all right, I'm gonna Venmo you 50 cents.
Right. We got to split it three ways though.
um
And I'll send you
I'll do
33
25
cents.
each. I get 50.
No, you have to send me 50 and you get a third of the winnings. And it's probably going to be Bitcoin
You know
because
what
it's
kind of
super
you know what
volatile.
kind of math that is, right?
Yeah, well, you didn't do anything in the picks. You just sat here and listened.
I'm fronting half the money.
My wife picked
My wife.
my wife. She picked this shit.
Oh God.
That would be it would be wild. I was like two games off last week and I picked it without her. So we're probably better off this week.
Why is it? Oh, you don't have Venmo. You have Cash App.
Yeah, come on. I'm not in college anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, that is some NFL stuff. You got anything else you wanna talk about NFL?
Nope.
You,
Go
I
Jets.
know. You
you looked at
crazy.
me.
Um, all
Hello.
right.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we were
Dead
live.
air.
I muted for a second. Sorry about the dead air, friends. Samantha, do you have any parting words?
Nothing at this time. Thank you so much. I look forward to receiving my winnings.
All right, it's settled. Okay. So moving on.
I just sent you $1 because it would not let me send you 50 cents and I had to
Okay.
send it Apple Cash.
Okay. Yeah, I just got it. So this is what we'll do from now on. We'll put a $2 bet in
Okay.
and you send me $1 and if it hits, then I mean you obviously don't have to do that if you don't want to. Uh
Yeah, but we're splitting it though. I'm not on this bullshit because if
no,
Sammy gets
we're
a third,
splitting
that's
it.
you getting
I'm just
66%, and I'm not with that.
I'm just kidding. We can definitely just split it halfway. Um I mean my money is her money anyway, but her money isn't
That's what
my
I'm
money.
saying. That's what I'm saying. You guys are blanking me out of my percentage, if you know what I'm saying.
No, it's all good. So we'll do that. We'll jump into random questions. First random question. Do you remember your home phone number?
No, I haven't
Really?
had a home phone since Lord's Creek,
Well,
and
yeah,
that
I
was a
haven't had a,
traumatic time in my life.
but okay. So did you, because I've had the same home phone number like my whole life. Obviously don't have it anymore. And we probably stopped having that home phone in like high school when the whole cell phone revolution happened. But did you have like, because I guess you had a home phone in probably New York and then you moved to North Carolina and that number probably changed.
Yeah, that number did change. Yeah, like you can't take a home phone number with you somewhere, but
Yeah,
you
that makes
can
sense.
take a cell phone number with you.
That
Um,
definitely makes sense.
but
I guess for me,
yeah,
because
I don't remember that.
when I moved, it was like, 10 minutes down the road. It's not like it was different states. So we kept the same number and it's 3508240.
Okay, I don't remember that. I only remember like I probably only remember like four people's phone numbers anyway.
No, I
Like
remember,
I remember my mom's, Marissa's, yours, Drew's, my cousin Sean. That's probably it. Wes changed his phone number so much.
yeah.
Do I remember Corey's? I might remember Corey's too, but I'm not trying to put his business out there on the air.
Well, yeah, no doubt. Don't throw his phone number in it's just like if you remember it or not. I definitely know like, my dad, my brother, Jennifer, Sam. Uh I don't like if I sat here and thought about it, I'd remember my mom's, but she recently changed it. And I feel like when you've had like I still remember her old number, but when you recently change a phone number as an adult, especially because you used to have to remember them. Now I don't have to
Yeah.
remember them. They're just in my contacts. But
My mom has had the same phone number since I was a little kid.
yeah, so my mom just changed it recently.
Do you
But
know
it's the
mine?
same. I know yours. It's the same. She has the same last four as yours. She has a different first three.
Okay. Well, that makes
So
that
like
easy. For her
I
new
still
number?
yeah, for her new number. Um, I feel like I remember Nick's because he's had the same one for a long time.
I think I know his too. The first three are 512, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the first three of Drew's is 512 also.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Drew's. I don't know Wes's.
Wes had so many number changes when we were younger. He's had
Yeah.
the same phone number for a long time, but like there's something that have always done. I never delete old numbers in my phone.
Oh God, I know.
So like I'll pull up. All right, so let me just pull up the one that sticks out to me. I said Wes, so I'll see how many numbers I have for Wes. I think I probably have four.
That's crazy.
One, two, three, four. I have four for Wes.
Are they just Wes Parker?
Like the numbers.
Like the name, the
So like
contact names.
so I have one contact.
Oh, but there's four numbers listed.
Yeah, yeah, I don't do multiple contacts. That's stupid. But it's listed under because you know how each phone number can have a title.
Yeah.
So it's mobile, other, and then temporary phone, which I remember temporary phone because he had a flip phone when we were in high school for like a second.
Mm,
And but the number that he uses is other,
that's funny.
like the number that I text him on. And then I think you'll get a kick out of this one slash want to stab me in the head. Okay, so this is my grandma.
Oh God.
I have six for my grandma, and the titles are home, mobile, real phone, cell, and then for real phone, which is the the current uh, phone number that she has.
I'm assuming that's for real phone.
Yeah, I've done that a couple. I think I did that for my cousin Michael too.
It's like, and then the next one she gets, you'll have to be like, no, this time for real phone.
Yeah, my cousin Michael, I have home, mobile, and then real phone. I guess that's how
Yeah,
I determine if it's the real phone number I need to call.
yeah, yeah. That's funny. Okay.
Just a little peek inside the mind.
Yeah, I guess you can call it a mind. Are you got any random questions?
Should I watch Peaky Blinders?
Yes.
I had Marissa's mom was telling me I should watch it.
Yeah, I love that show. It's a little slow,
Yeah.
I feel like, to start. Like
The,
you
my
have to
only
like
my only time my only like thought is I don't want to because I know I'll like it, but I just don't know if I want to dedicate that kind of time to it. It's like 5 seasons, right?
yeah, I don't remember how many seasons, but it's definitely more than one and less than 10.
Why don't we split the difference and call it five? Like
I
I
think
said.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, dedicate that kind of time, like you're gonna watch some kind of show. So like you're
Truthfully, I've been off my show game lately, and I've just kind of been like watching YouTube.
just been scrolling TikToks.
No, kind of like what I just said, where I've been watching YouTube.
Uh, I mean, but it's the same. Like you're still,
Time, yes, yes, I understand. It's kind of like I don't know, like guilty pleasure or something. I just have like three YouTube channels. I just fucking I'll sit there and time wise would be enough to watch a TV show, but I don't know, feels different.
I mean, that's fair. I loved Peaky Blinders. Um, I think it's a really good show. I think there's a really good story. There's like just enough action, um, just enough suspense. It's really good. But you really got to be like you got to be into it because it does start to like spin off at the end, and you have to follow. And but overall, I like it.
You said you got to be, and I was like, in my head, it was like, you got to be up in the club sipping on that bubbly. Black Eyed Peas.
Hey, whatever works for you.
You don't know you got to be.
No, I know the song. I know the song.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I think you should watch it.
noted.
Yeah, especially because you got some time.
I see. I would argue the opposite.
Aren't you not working right now?
I'm going back to work on Wednesday.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you said you were taking like a month off.
No, 2 full weeks paid, and then this coming work week, I'm working 3 days. Then
Mhm.
the week after that, I'm working 4 days, and then I'll be back to full time.
It's so that's like a paternity, a 2 week paternity leave they give you,
That's just
parental
kind of
leave,
how
I
I.
guess.
That's just kind of how I negotiated it. Uh, 'Cause when I went in for my interview to for the management position, I asked them for that, and they said that that would be fine.
I think it's good on a company to offer that
But
because
it's
a lot of,
they're not framing it as paternity, they're framing it as PTO. But I mean, it
I mean,
doesn't same
same,
same
same.
same.
Yeah, same, same. I mean, uh, like for the army, it used to be you got like 12 days off for paternity leave, which I feel like is pretty standard for a lot of companies that they'll offer. But now I get freaking 12 weeks.
That's what Billy or yeah, I mean it doesn't matter. Billy, you know what I'm talking about. I
Yeah,
think he got 3 months.
yeah, it's pretty good. Uh,
I mean that's companies should offer paternity leave.
I think they should offer paternity leave. I think 3 months might be a little high. If I was a business owner, I don't know if I'd offer the father 3 months. Uh, but ma maternity leave, I think, should be about 3 months.
Maternity leave is required in this country, but it's not required to be paid.
Yes, I think it should be paid
Yeah.
for. I think it kind of has to depend on the business, because not
Granted, you know,
all.
if you're a super small business, I don't know if you should be forced to pay 3 months, but you should be at least required to pay something.
I think so. I think you should, because whatever. We won't get into too much of that, but like I think it varies depending on business. Like you're not going to get paid maternity leave as a server at a restaurant
Right. Right.
be-
Obviously.
because they don't really pay you a salary anyway. They
Yeah.
if
You could hit up your regulars and be like, "Hey,"
right, like leave me some extra tips. Like sure, then
and
that's
that's a
technically
whole nother argument too,
yeah.
where I think restaurants requiring the patron to front the salary for servers is ridiculous.
I agree. I don't agree with tipping. Tipping should be like an extra thing if I'm really satisfied with my server. It should be like, hey, I appreciate your customer service. Here's a
I
couple
agree.
extra
I agree
bucks.
too, but I also think those people should be paid. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a catch
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
22.
Yes, because those people aren't paid, tipping is now required.
Yeah,
But
it's forced upon us.
I don't think tipping should be required. I think it should be basically included in the price of what we already pay, and then the restaurant needs to be paying their employees.
Yeah. And some places are like that. Like if you go to some country clubs offer people
Yeah,
like a competitive wage and then also they get tipped.
yeah. Tipping
So,
is at places like that is for excellent service,
yeah, which is
which is
kind of implied based
how
on the
tipping
price that
should
you're paying.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we
All
just
right, I
solved
like
it.
it. We solved it. We should run the fucking country. Yeah, don't
I'm
say.
gonna
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Um.
Things will be better. That's it.
All right. So my next random question, I didn't have some great ones, but uh, what kind of so for Jalen Hurts, elite NFL quarterback right now, definitely probably top five quarterbacks in the league. I think that's a pretty safe argument, right?
Well, I mean, yes, he's the NFL MVP.
Yeah. So how much do you think he just eats it up? How much do you think he loves that he's better, having a better career than Tua is right now?
Oh, because Tua was his replacement at Alabama.
Yeah, they benched him for Tua.
Honestly, I mean, on a human level, you have to be some.
He can sit there and
Yeah,
take the high route in front of the camera all day, but
I,
I
I do
know,
I do think Jalen Hurts is like a humble guy and truthfully doesn't think that way, but subconsciously you have to be happy about it, I think. As an athlete, competitor, I mean you have to be.
yeah,
But
I
also he
think there's
probably likes to I mean they were teammates. You know, they're in the quarterback room together, so he probably wants Tua to be successful all that, but in the back of your mind you're like, "Okay, I'm a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm an NFL MVP."
they made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean that
I
I think
bet
that's
that
natural.
it's definitely natural. And like I'm sure that he wants him to succeed. I'm sure he's like, yeah, Tua's my guy. Like I really hope he does well, but not as well as me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think 100% that's how he feels. But as an athlete, you have to feel that way, right?
You have to. And he can sit there and sit in front of the camera all he wants to and just be like, this humble guy and blah blah blah. And I don't care that we won the Super Bowl. Uh, we're just focused on winning the next one, and all his
I
little.
don't I don't think it's an act for him though. I think he actually is like a genuine dude.
No, I agree. I don't think it's an act either, but I think some of it is probably. I don't think act is the right term, um, but some of it is probably like a motivation piece for the team. I think
Oh yeah, probably. I'll tell
like
you
he
who
he
I'll tell you who I think it is an act. And this is probably just because my wife thinks he's hot, is Josh Allen. Because he seems like he's such a great dude, helping all these kids, you know, with his fucking movie star wife and one of the best teams in the NFL. But I don't believe it, Josh.
I think
I know
Josh
what kind of
Allen.
man I know what kind of man you are, Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen. I think he's exciting to watch. I think he's hilarious. And
He is
I think he
fucking funny. Drew sent me this funny video where him and the Barstool guys are trying to get like each other on the. Oh,
CDs.
he got one of the guys with Phyllis.
Phyllis, he did.
Phyllis dick in your mouth.
He's funny. Um, I seen a video of him playing golf, which you know the guy Bob does sports or something like that. You'd know him if you saw him. He does like TikToks and stuff, and he's like big into golf right now. And Josh Allen is big at golfing too. And they're on the golf course and they're in the cart, and they had just got drinks from the cart girl. And they're basically like these like I think they look like Bloody Marys, but they're talking blah blah blah, and they're sitting in the cart, and Josh Allen goes, "All right, I'm gonna let you into a little game. Uh, if you're holding your drink in your right hand, and I say Buffalo, you got to finish it."
Oh
And
God.
he's like, "Okay, I like it. I like it." And then what's his name? Bob or whatever. And he's like, "I got a feeling I'm gonna get pretty tore up today, boys," or something like that. And then the camera cuts and it comes to another scene, I guess, and they're sitting in the cart and Josh Allen is talking to him and he's like, "Hey, let me see your hand." And the dude like switches his drink from his left to his right hand and then hands his left hand to Josh. And Josh like grabs it and he looks at him and he goes, Buffalo. He's like, God, fuck. It was so funny. I know that that's not an accurate representation of the funniness, but it was funny.
That's the funniest story I've ever heard.
Yeah, I
Don't
have that effect.
don't doubt yourself, young man.
That I have that effect. I'm an excellent storyteller.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that about you. That's what everybody says.
That's what everybody says.
You friends with Trey Eller, the storyteller? Yeah, the buttered noodles guy. Yep.
Oh God, that's funny. All right, that was my last random question. I don't know if you have any more.
Uh, Dunkin' or Starbucks. I've been on a quest lately.
Neither. They both suck.
Okay, well it's been a pleasure doing this with you.
Yeah, no, they're terrible. Dunkin'
Oh,
has,
you don't like
especially
sweet
for
coffee.
no, it's gross. Um, especially for coffee, Dunkin' is dog shit. If I had to pick between Starbucks and Dunkin' for coffee, I would get Starbucks.
I don't know if I would, but I do know that Starbucks will at least get your order right.
That's what I mean. Dunkin's coffee to me, like if I was to just go get a black coffee from both places and taste it, I think Dunkin's would taste better. Um, but every time I've gone to Dunkin', something is messed up in my order.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
every time, dude.
yeah, and it's frustrating. Like it's so bad that Amex offers like I get like a $10 a month credit for Dunkin' through my card, and I don't use it. It's just wasted money. That's
So
how much I don't
you get
like it.
$10 free every month, and you're just like, nah.
Yeah.
Do they
Also,
even have a Dunkin' Donuts by you?
there's one on base, I think. Haven't been to it, so I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep. Uh, I truthfully prefer just like a mom and pop coffee shop. I think the coffee tastes better. I think they put a little bit more pride. It's less mass produced.
It's probably a higher quality coffee anyway.
Yeah, and for someone that doesn't add a lot of stuff, like the quality of coffee is what I want. Like I want a coffee that tastes good, that has, it's not watered down, etc.
Heard that. My answer would be Dunkin' for the coffee, Starbucks for the service.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. It's a fair assessment.
Mhm.
Um,
I do have a pet peeve that I want to discuss. I meant to send out a video about it, but I didn't. So just keep that in mind for whenever we get there. I do have one in case I try and forget.
okay, well we are there now. So Pat's peeves, what you got?
And this is something new. that I've never experienced before, obviously because I'm carrying a baby.
Hmm.
Um, in his little car seat that you take it out of the car and you just carry him. And we went to a place called Donut Inn, which is basically like a coffee bagel shop.
Hmm.
We ate there, and then we were leaving. We didn't eat there. We sat down. We were going to eat outside. It was a little chilly for the baby. We go inside. We wait for our food. Get it. I'm leaving. 20 something year old girl walks in. I don't. You don't have to hold the door for me. That's not like an issue. But you could at least, I don't know, acknowledge the fact that I'm carrying a baby and get the fuck out of my way. Like she just like almost like knocked me over. And I'm like, if you were a man, me and you are having a discussion right now about me carrying a fucking like 10-day-old child and you being rude as fuck. It's my pet peeve. I don't want any special treatment, but at least just, I don't know, give me a little sidestep.
Sounds like you want special treatment.
You know what? Fuck it. I do want special treatment. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm carrying a
Well,
baby.
fucking maybe you need to let her know. Maybe you need to teach her some manners because obviously her mother didn't.
Somebody didn't. And you know what? I'm sick of it.
Just give her one of these. Hey, bitch.
See, if it's a man, I have no problem doing that. But if it's a woman, I don't like to disrespect women like that. So Marissa's gonna have to step up and start, checking bitches.
Could you imagine if you said that? She's just walking past you and you just just directly verbally assault her.
If a woman doesn't get out of my way and I say, "Hey, bitch," I promise you, Marissa will punch me in the side of the head. Rightfully so. I don't think women should be talked to like that. That
No, no,
being
no, no, no.
said, that being said, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah. No,
Have a
that's
little
that's
respect.
annoying. That's annoying. I mean, uh you never know what that person is has had happen during their day, and they
Yeah,
could
they
be
could
in
be
the
having a bad
craziest
day.
could be in the craziest frame of mind and they're just tunnel visioned and like blah
Yeah.
blah blah. However, have a little bit of situational awareness.
That's what I want. Situational awareness. That's a great, great word for it. You
Yeah.
see, I'm carrying a baby in a fucking very narrow area, and arguably I was there first. I had the right of way, and then she big dogged me,
Yeah.
and I'm not crazy about that.
Well, guess what? You took it. You took it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she had the right to big dog me because I took it. I guess you can big dog somebody if they don't say anything about it.
If they're gonna just take it, if you're gonna piss like a puppy, you get off the porch.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if you remember this, but when we were playing in that whack league, a larger gentleman, we were playing really good, playing against a good team, and I was talking shit to him about like how they like underestimated us or something, and then he said, "Sometimes you play with a puppy, you get bit,"
Yeah.
and then they busted our ass after that.
Yeah, that's how most games went in that league. I feel like
Yeah, that was we were young in that league though.
we were.
I don't know why I said that because I was getting my ass busted by teams last year and I was 29, so whatever.
And now you're 30, so you're already depleted knees and decrepit back. Are they hurting even worse?
I don't have any back problems
Well, you will.
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up. I've been carrying the 7 pound child.
He ain't even 7 pounds.
Oh man. All right, so I have a couple pet peeves. First one is that I was grocery shopping last week, and I'm grocery shopping by myself because Sam was out of town, and I am in like the fresh baked goods area because that's right next to the produce. So I got all my vegetables, and I just figured I'd go take a peek at the cookies, and they had some delicious looking cookies. And I didn't really look too long because I was like, fuck it, we're gonna treat ourselves. I got 2 packs of some chocolate chip cookies because they had like four each in them. So I got two
Okay.
two packs. and they're big cookies, so they were small packs, I guess. And then I get home and they were lemon blueberry cookies, not chocolate chip.
Lemon blueberry cookies are good though. But if you're
Yeah,
expecting chocolate chip, I could see how that'd be annoying.
I'm a chocolate chip cookie guy. I want big fat glass of milk and a chocolate chip cookie.
Just an American cookie.
Just an all American red-blooded chocolate chip cookie. Um, so I didn't like take a bite and realize it was blueberry or anything. I liked them. They tasted good, but I wouldn't have bought them if they were lemon blueberry.
I feel that's a type of cookie that needs to be warmed up.
Yeah, I mean it tasted fine. But like it was just straight up disappointment. Like I
Yeah.
when I was putting the groceries away, I really got to take a closer look and saw like the blueberry because I saw like where the blueberry was like running a little bit. And I was like,
Hmm.
damn it, like I didn't even look at the store. So I
Did
was
they
pissed
have
off about
chocolate
that.
chip cookies up there?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Because I thought they were all chocolate chip.
I see.
Because the blueberries looked like little chocolate chips. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's Pat's peeve. I do have another, but do you have a second one?
Um, yeah, it also pertains to having a child with me and me trying to be a better person.
Mm,
Motorcycles when I'm driving,
hmm
just fucking whipping in and out of traffic. Like I will drag you off that fucking bike, bitch. Like literally driving like a maniac just to get in front of me and be at the same spot I am.
Yeah, I got beef with the whole like motorcycles. Look for motorcycles. I'm like, brother, I'm gonna look for other vehicles the same as if it were other cars. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for a motorcycle if they're gonna drive like a maniac. If they just want to be another human on the road commuting to wherever they're going, then sure, I will pay attention to my surroundings. But it's not my job to specifically look for a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, if you just drive normal looking regular, you'll see a motorcycle.
Exactly. If I'm just
But if you're,
doing what I'm supposed to do as a vehicle operator, then yeah,
yeah, if you're whipping in and out of traffic like a fucking crazy person,
don't get mad at me when your face goes through the bumper of the car in front of you. I don't know what to tell you.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, dude, they don't wear helmets here in Missouri, and they fucking get it. Just straight getting it around.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah. Like I'm all for like if you're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you're just driving your motorcycle along the strip and it's like bike week or whatever, and you're down there, everybody's going slow and it's more of a show. But like just straight up just driving through traffic, whipping in and out of lanes, dude, it's a death wish.
Yeah, no, it's super, super dangerous. Really, I'm more concerned for their safety.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But
I'm not either. I'm just saying.
it's what it is to me, it's annoying. The way I drive, like I don't think I'm in a rush to be anywhere, but I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with a motorcycle unless that motorcycle causes the issue.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that is super frustrating. I have another pet peeve, and it's about something someone put on Facebook, and I don't remember who it is. I could go back and look. I'm pretty sure I remember, but that's besides the point. And it's kind of referencing all the events lately, which I understand their point, but someone put on like it's like someone our age, maybe a year older than us, and it was like, wish we could go back to 99, 2000. And I was like, I mean, like, I get what you're saying, but dude, you were like 6 years old, maybe. Like, I feel like it was just stupid asking for an attention Facebook post. And then
Yeah.
someone commented, yeah, so we could go back to kindergarten. And it's just like, I just feel like it was a stupid thing to put on Facebook. So that's my
Yeah,
pet peeves when
take me
people,
back a year before 9/11 so I can relive it again.
yeah, and it was just like a stupid thing. And they were kind of talking about like, I guess the way the world was operating or whatever. But like you weren't coherent to understand how the world was operating. You were fucking.
I do think things back then were a little less politically toxic.
I think they were less politically toxic because the internet didn't exist. I'm sure it was toxic when you go to fucking family Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying
It,
like the like I think the internet's kind of poisoning uh the well, I, there is a mass psychosis going on in this country. Like both like whatever way you are. There's like
yeah,
truthfully sometimes I feel like I'm like living in the twilight zone. Like where you look online and people are sharing stuff and I'm like, like how do you not know this is fucking fake?
honestly, I don't look at anything political on the internet anymore
No,
because
not even necessarily politically. Like this it's this thing that's been going on a lot, and like older people are sharing it, and it's like Patrick Mahomes shocks the world based on his statement about
oh my God.
so and so, and I'm like, this is fucking fake.
Yeah, it's the clickbait. I mean, they probably didn't even fucking open the link. They probably just saw the title and like, you know what? People need to see this.
I'm like, this like you fucking read it for 1 second, like it's obviously like an AI prompt.
Yeah. No, I can't even do anything political on the internet. Doesn't matter which side it is, doesn't matter the topic. Like everything is so misinterpreted for a political party. It doesn't matter either way. It's all just it's all just curated and words switched around to sound worse than it is. And it's like so frustrating because it's like just I just feel like I'm better off just not even listening to the news and just living my life in a bubble than just not knowing and trying to sift through what's real and what's fake and what's political party propaganda. And it's honestly, it's terrible.
Yep, and I'm sure it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I feel a little defeated with the political climate in the country right now. I just feel like I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, can I get a
That's a
fucking
great way
break?
to describe it. And like just me, obviously I'm against the current state of things, but like the people that, I'm that align with me more politically, I feel like they're just laying down and like doing nothing. Like you elect people and you want them to like fight for your interests or whatever. And I feel like everybody's just like, let's write a strongly worded letter.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck are you elected for? Like, fucking make a stand for something. And it I hate to say like because obviously a lot of people in this country like where it's at, which is fine. I mean, that's, they won the election, whatever. But like, what's the point if you're just gonna fucking not do anything? Like, what's the point in any of this if nothing gets done?
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't
Tired is a
know.
good word for it.
It's just tired. I'm tired of seeing shit. I'm tired of people arguing. I'm tired of the fake news. I'm tired of the clickbait. I'm tired of having to try and sift through what can I actually believe in terms of reporting.
The
Just
only
fucking
fun, the only
exhausting.
thing that's good politically is me and Mike get to debate each other like normal people and not
Yeah.
like
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
it's hard
Mike.
because you don't know what to debate. You don't know what am I talking about here that's fake fucking news.
At least me and Mike can have like a normal conversation, which is again, which is what's lost in this country.
Yeah.
But
No, it is. The normal conversations cease to exist.
at least we have this podcast to tell the
That is
people
true.
the truth.
To tell
And
the people
that's
the truth, even
and
though we
that's that
don't
the that
talk
and
about it.
that's that the moon landing was fabricated by you know who did it.
Here we fucking go. All right. On that note,
That
we're
was a
gonna
joke,
end the
everybody. That
podcast.
was a joke.
we're
Everybody
gonna end the
taking.
podcast. Um, there's actually I'm not gonna say that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope your son gains another ounce. Um,
Thank you.
just let him drink a beer and he'll gain 12.
Uh, dad joke. Nice.
All right, dude. See ya.
Bye.